Plaintiff, Shakira Mukes, says she and the defendant got married soon after they started dating, and not long into the marriage, she discovered he was cheating. Shakira is suing her estranged husband for the balance due on her car. Defendant Joshua Miller says while married, Shakira was regularly communicating with her ex, who was sending Joshua death threats because he wanted to be with Shakira. Joshua admits that he felt disrespected, and as a result, he cheated on Shakira. But he insists it was only after he tried to save the marriage. He's countersuing for car repairs and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I met the defendant in August of 2014. And from then, we started going at things way too quickly. And I was convinced into marrying the defendant in December of 2014. I wanted to join the military, and he got kicked out of the Army. So he needed some type of way of getting into that military lifestyle by using my benefits and all of the housing, everything that comes with the military.
Did you know that before marrying him?
I did not know that before marrying him. And I should have known that something was going to be off about this entire marriage because I paid for the court wedding that I had to get married to him, which was $80. I didn't have a ring. I didn't even have a proposal. So basically, I paid for everything.
How did you come to marry without a proposal?
We just decided like it was some type of agreement saying like, oh, I wanted to live with you.
Somebody had to say it first.
No, he mentioned that we needed to get married so that he could live with me.
Okay. All right.
And that's a part of the military benefits.
Okay. Well, you didn't think to say, well, are you asking me to marry you?
I should have asked him because I should have asked for a real proposal from him.
Go ahead.
And then after that, he started cheating on me. So I realized when he started cheating on me that he would go outside to talk to his so-called friends, his female friends. And I decided to look inside of his phone. And I saw that he was texting these other women saying like, oh, how I wish I was with you. I don't want to be around you and this child that doesn't even listen to me. So I was like, okay, well, since you feel that way, you don't need to live with me.
See, you should have made him get down on one knee, because that you're more invested in it. You know, you feel like he's making a fool out of himself. He got down on one knee and did all that, and no, I can't get out of this now. I look like a fool leaving after I'd been down on my knees, crawling around, asking this woman to marry me. Word to the wise, ladies. My daughter, her fiance came to her and asked, we were told later, you say, he proposed to her and he was standing. And she started crying after the proposal, but she fought through those tears enough to say, get down on your knees. I'm touched. Get down on your knees and ask like you're supposed to. So go ahead. And so he began to cheat, you suspect?
I suspected that he was cheating on me. My suspicions were confirmed when I saw all of his messages about women that he's never even met before.
What did he say to you when you found?
Like, I haven't even met these women. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. I haven't actually cheated on you. But in my eyes, if you want to be with someone, you might as well just go on and be with someone.
He said something of that nature? I want to be with you?
Yes, he said, like, I wish that I had a chance to be with you. Now I'm with this other girl, and her daughter won't even listen to me. Like, if you wanted to be with her, you might as well be with her. Why are you with me?
Let's hear from you, sir.
Your Honor, that's actually only partially correct. What she's failing to realize is the fact that I was working 2 jobs at the time when we started hanging out.
That's a dead lie.
At the same time, she would come over to where I was living. Where she was living from where I was working was quite of a distance, living in Houston. The problem was that she asked me to move in with her back before we even got married in December. She was actually... and in fact, I ended up losing one of my jobs.
How early after meeting her did she ask you to move in?
Let's see, we met actually in July, and so by September is when we decided to move in, or decided that she wanted to have me move in with her because it was too much of a travel back and forth because on my days off on the next day.
Okay, who began discussion of marriage?
That was me. I made a joke saying, hey, look, because she in fact didn't even think about the military until I brought it up to her and said, hey, look, this was your dream before meeting me. She couldn't go because of her daughter and she was pregnant. And I said, hey, look, I will support you in joining the military. I'm from a military town. Her former boyfriend communicated death threats all through the entire marriage and through the entire relationship before even marrying. He was constantly giving me death threats, saying he's going to put me in the ground. He's going to.
Why?
Because he is jealous. She left him
Why?
years before. She left him years before even meeting me, and so many times they would get on, and it was like they would fight, and the next day they were best friends. She was overly friendly with him even before our marriage. And I would try to tell him, hey, look, you can have respect and you can have a cordial relationship, but you don't need to be pressing those bounds, and you need to have boundaries. Her former boyfriend, who actually communicated death threats all through the entire marriage and through the entire relationship before even marrying, he was constantly giving me death threats, saying he's going to put me in the ground. He's going to.
Why?
Because he is jealous. She left him years before even meeting me.
Plaintiff Shakira Mukes is legally married to the defendant, but he says they are no longer together because Shakira constantly talked to her ex, even though he was sending the defendant death threats.
So yes, I was communicating with other females because I felt disrespected. I felt like she wasn't emotionally invested as I was. I was working 2 jobs during this time to try and help with income, trying to help with payments and everything. I was teaching her daughter manners. I was helping her with the bike. She had bought a bike for her daughter, and I ended up putting it together for her. So I was constantly invested in her life. Now, the aspect of saying, yes, I was talking to other females, I'm not going to deny that. And it was more or less a what if. What if I wasn't being disrespected by her? What if I had chose to be on my own and maybe pursue you?
That's what you were saying to the women?
That's what I was. So I said, what if I had done that? But as far as having sexual relationship, I did not. She was the only one.
You were just preparing it in case she crossed you.
Yes, because I did at the time, when her being.
You know when she was going to cross you, right?
Exactly. I didn't feel that she was invested in it because numerous times, even my parents, my dad's former attorney, and he said.
So you created a whole bench.
Yeah, pretty much.
She might have been the starter, but she tried to turn into a free agent.
He's 4 deep.
And so you were 4 deep. You had a bench.
I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure I was covered because I didn't trust her.
That's right.
I didn't. When there's numerous times when he's communicating death threats at me as her boyfriend and even as a husband, and your wife is not standing up for that. When your family is, making snide, rude remarks, at that point you have to question where your loyalty.
You gotta get a bench. Just in case.
Yep.
You didn't do nothing. You didn't make a bench a starter, did you?
No, I said, hey, look, I'm going to choose her. I even suggested marriage counseling.
You chose the free agent or the wannabe free agent. You renewed her contract.
Yes, I even gave her I gave her passwords to everything to prove that I could. When she found out, I said I won't do it again, and I am going to provide you passwords. I gave her email, Instagram, everything that I had. I gave her passwords too, so she could be.
And you kicked the other folks off the team altogether.
Yes, I did.
Even off the bench.
I deleted them from Facebook, every social site, and I said, okay, here's my passwords, and suggested we go to counseling, and she refused multiple times.
Ma'am, is that right? You refused counseling?
Your Honor, the reason why I refused counseling, because shortly after I got to the military, this defendant sent me a letter saying that he slept with another 3 women. He actually slept with these women. So it's like, why would I?
I did after she'd already been with her former boyfriend. She had left me in March of 2015, and in February.
Tell me about the balance on this car you're suing for.
Your Honor, I bought the car in October of 2014.
Before marriage? Or?
Before marriage. I bought the car before we were married because I was tired of driving him back and forth between work, and I wasn't able to work to pay for the bills that he wasn't even helping me pay for. So basically, I bought the car, and we had a verbal agreement that as long as he was making the monthly payments, he was maintaining the car, which does include repairs, oil changes, registration, and inspections. He could keep the car.
And what did happen?
When actually, he was always late for his payments. Every single month, he was late. Every single time, I had to contact him. When are you paying USA? I don't have USA.
So what ultimately happened with the car?
What ultimately happened is he actually called the car in and had it towed because I requested the car back in September of 2016.
Where's the car now?
It's still in the impound lot. And
why did he have it towed? It was in disrepair?
He had it towed because out of spite. I asked for the car in September 25th.
Sir, where's the car?
The car, it was towed. I have evidence.
Why?
Because I don't live in Houston. Neither did she, and so the vehicle was still in Houston. It needed repairs. In fact,
You told her you were having it towed?
No, I did. She said she wanted an address to where she could pick up the vehicle, and I said okay, because I didn't live in.
So before giving her or exhausting all opportunities to give her car back, you instead had it towed without her permission and without her knowledge?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. All right. And the balance is based on what?
The balance is based on the amounts that have been paid, which is 2 years worth of payments. And
By
it's
you?
By him. He was making the monthly payments, and it's $7,200 left on that balance.
Got it.
Plaintiff Shakira Mukes is legally married to the defendant, but he says they are no longer together because Shakira constantly talked to her ex, even though he was sending the defendant death threats.
You're countersuing her about some repairs.
And the emotional distress. When she put me out in March, before she went to the military, I was homeless, living in my truck for multiple months. I ended up losing a job because
Well, you had sex with all them women. I can't help because she put you out. Let's talk about the car repairs.
The car repairs.
How does she owe you? You want to tell me, or you want?
Because I bought the pieces, and before I can even install them into the vehicle, she has requested.
Did you buy them while you were married?
Yes, I did.
That's marital property. You all have to get that out of the divorce court. Now, the car was purchased prior to marriage, so it was yours. And where is the car now? It's at the tow yard?
It's at the tow yard.
And how much are the fees?
Right now, they're set at $1,000.
Okay. And the car is still in your name?
The car is still in my name.
All right. So best I can give you is $5,000. And your counterclaim is dismissed. That's marital assets to be determined by a divorce judge. You all are divorced already?
No,
Not
we're
yet.
not.
All right, we'll bring that up to them, sir. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your claim is dismissed.
Yes, I did admit to my mistakes. I've also asked for marriage counseling. She refused because she said that she couldn't change, nor did she want to.
He can go himself. I'll see you in divorce court.